Okay, so open the file. The first thing you want to do is go to Tools, Options, Selection, and then make sure these two boxes are selected. I think at first this one wasn't selected, or this one, so make sure you select those and hit OK. And then you're going to go to hold the Alt key and drag the hidden edge of the hole, which is down here, to the upper edge of the mating hole, but do not release the mouse. Hover the cursor over the edge until the Smart Mate symbol appears, then release the mouse button. So hold Alt, click this, drag it over to this hole, and then that Smart Mate button that pops up in the bottom right corner. So then let go of that, and then this mate and this mate show up. So you've got one with the two faces, and then you've got one concentric to the hole. So this one we're going to hold Alt and grab the cylinder and drag it over to here, and then you see the two cylinders pop up on the right. So let go of that one and hit the check mark to accept. So now this sub-assembly right here doesn't have a minus next to it because it's fully defined. So you can check that right here in the sub-assembly that you were adjusting. So this next one is going to do the same thing. You're going to close that down. This part over here, we're going to hold Alt, hit the hidden circle, and I think it's going to go right there. Yeah, because that other one lines up. So let go of that, and then hold Alt again, grab the cylindrical face, and scoot that over to there. Oh, almost had it. There we go. Now I have the Smart Mate showing up. So I think it's because I was up here. I need to put my cursor down and actually hover over that too. I'm going to let go of that and hit check. I'm going to scroll out a bit. It looks like this piece right here is going to go to, let's see, I've got two holes right here. It looks like it goes on the inner one, so there, and then there's a slot, and you go directly above the slot, and it's going to go to the two blue circles. So it says first drag it over that area. So let's just make sure it's kind of in the right position. Then Control 7 puts it back in isometric. Let's go to the top. Control 7 back to isometric. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 mates over here. So I just want to check that for next. So it's saying do the same thing with these holes. So at the edge of this corner there's this hole. I want to select that. I need to position this so I can see my hole. I want to hold and click up here, hold Alt, grab that and move it over to this hole. And then it looks like I want to go to spin that around. So that's done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, so there's more there. And now this hole right above the slot, I want to put this one there. So I'm going to go cylinder to cylinder and hold Alt, grab that. It looks like that's not the one I need. Looks like it's going to be this one right here. So let me double check. It does look like on the instructions it's that one. So hold Alt, grab the cylinder, and then go down to there. I see the Smart Mate, so I'm going to let go of my click and then hit check and click off. I'll Control 7 back out. So I also want to check and make sure, okay, that's sitting flat. I didn't want to do the wrong hole. So Control 7. and then I'm going to click this and it'll highlight over here, and now you see there's no minus sign right here, so that's fully defined, and we can check that by trying to move it, and it doesn't move. Alright, so now it's wanting us to do this for the rest of them, so it looks like I'm going to press Alt and grab this one, move it to this second hole right here, and then it wants us to grab this hole, the cylinder, swing it over to that, let go, and hit check mark like the other one. So see this part right here, click that. It says it's still underdefined. Okay, no, it says the parts in it are, but this actual piece is defined, so that's good. Now we can do the same for this one over here. And hold Alt, grab this hole, and put it right here. And hold Alt and grab the cylinder, and swing it over to there. Let go, hit check mark. So now if we go to this sub-assembly, that's also defined. There's no minus sign next to it. So let's pull that down, pull that down, pull that down, and then you can see our mates are growing. So I'm going to Control 7, go back to isometric, and find out where this one goes. It looks like it's going to be right here. So I'm going to hold Alt, grab the bottom one, take that to that line right there, and then grab this cylinder and hover over that and let go, hit check mark, and we're good. Control 7 back to isometric, and then it says don't do the bolts yet. Alright, so that's step 7. It says in step 8, after adding 2 mates to each component, the feature manager updates and shows only the minus sign for these 2 bolts right here. So there's no minus sign in front of any of these. So now what it's saying is the bolt has 2 configurations, which are the default and the 0.5. So we've been using the default size, and next we will need to be switched to 0.5. So we're going to click on the bolt, we're going to right click and go over here to component properties and select the 0.5 configuration, which is right here, and there's the default we've been using. It doesn't say click OK, but I'm guessing you just click that and then see if anything else is selected. We got resolved and rigid is selected, so let's just hit OK. And that was for this one, so guessing for this one we're also going to go to component properties. That one's already selected. Oh, might have updated them both. Okay, so now what it says is when holding the Alt key and dragging the component, the Smart Mate option is activated to assist you mate the 2 components, but the Control key and drag the component, SolidWorks will make a copy of the component and Smart Mates it to the other component at the same time. So that was hold the Control key. I'm going to hold that and drag this over here to there, and I should have, let's Control Z out of that, zoom in here a little more. So I'm going to hold Control and click this and drag it over to here. Let's see if I can, it's already mated down there. So the face is mated too. Again, I want to Control Z out of that because I don't think that's quite what it's asking. I think it wants us to go to this cylinder. So I'm going to hold Control and grab this cylinder, grab that cylinder. It's still smart rating it there, but I want it the same as like that. So take that. I'll see if I can go to that mate and edit and flip this. Okay, that's not working, so I'm going to Control Z out of it. Try Control. Let's see if I grab it up here somewhere. It's going to do the same thing. It's just going to sit it in there. Let's do that and then see. The only way I can rotate it is this way. So really I'm going to want to constrain those two faces. I'm going to try one more thing and see if I can just hold Control and grab this. Put it in line with that. Now it looks like it's automatically going to do that no matter what. So that's if I grab that. What if I grab, I think I did that too with the shaft. Yeah, it's just automatically going to seat it. Now see, if I put it there, it does what I want it to do. What if I do that here, and now I can hover over this part. So let's try that. Let's hit Control, take the shaft. I'm just going to do it upside down there. Now if I take this and hide it for a second. Now I'm going to do Control, and now suddenly it's not working with these. That's fine, we'll just do it that way. Control, just drag it over to here. The next step is telling you to go to Mate, and then just do the traditional mate this face to that face. I think they're already mated. Alright, Control 7 back. Okay, but if you look at this bolt, it's not fully constrained, so we might have to, just because the constraints need to be in multiple places, we might have to actually spin this out and then do that mate this bottom face. Everything's freaking out. Mate the bottom face right there. Clear selections. Bottom face. Top face. Hit OK. And now let's go to this bolt. Not defined, but it's because it can spin around that way, I think. So really, if we want to finish it, we'd have to go mate this face to that face. Then that bolt's defined. or constrained fully. Okay, so I skipped forward to step 13, and it says for practice purposes we're going to add a few more instances of the bolts, but keep in mind fasteners do not have to be fully defined. Each bolt only needs 2 mates. So they can still rotate, assembly will not be affected, and by using 1 less mate you'll reduce the file size of this assembly by 10%. So I'm going to Control Z that mate right there and let that freely spin. Alright, I forgot to hit record at some point, but I don't know if it was in the video, but I just went back and deleted the mate that did this, and then I went back in the feature tree and noticed that there's a concentric and a coincident already, so I deleted the coincident that I made, and now it's wanting us to go over here and hit Control and drag this and smart mate this as well, but for some reason it's not working, so I'm going to check it and come back. Okay, so that's still not working out, but what I am going to do is hold Control. And what I found out is if I hold Control, it'll mate here, there, everywhere I don't need it to mate. It won't go there, there, there. Can't get it anywhere except these sides. I can go everywhere over here at every angle and it won't work. So what I'm going to do is hold Control and make a copy, and then Alt and drag it, and it'll work. And I'll hit OK. So hit Control and just drag it over to here, grab that, and Alt over that, and hit check. I'm going to go back to the same thing it said in that last one, is go to Standard Mate, and pick this face. Oops, I was on. Pick this bottom face, and then here, hit OK, and go over to that bottom face, and here, hit OK. Okay, now it's just saying do that for the rest just for practice. So again, what I'm doing is I get out of mate, and then hold Control and just drag these close to where they need to be. And you're going to be in 3D, so mind that. Just drag these close to where they need to go. Control 7 whenever you need to go back into isometric. Control, drag this over here somewhere. Control, drag this over here. Control. Just keep doing that, and then after I get all those placed, I'm just going to hit Alt, scroll a little bit, and hit Alt, take that over there. Okay. That over there. Okay. And then after I do all those, I'm going to do the faces. Alt. And then I'll go back and hit the standard mate. And I'll just go do something like this to all of them. Click that bottom face, click that face, hit OK. That's not what I want, so clear, hit this bottom face, hit this face. Okay, I'm going to go through and do that with all the places I need to put bolts. I need another one, I'm just, again, going to control, automate, control, and just drag it to wherever I need it. And then Alt and position it. Okay, standard mate. Clear this. Do face, face. For all spots I need it. Okay, so these are all the locations I put it. So I have 4 in each of these. I have 2 here, 4 in each of these blocks, and then 3 across here. Then I, same thing, control, move it over, and then grabbed Alt and scooted it to where I needed it to. And now I'm going to go through and do all the faces. Alright, I'm just going to record while I do the rest of these. Realize this one's not lined up, so hold Alt. Oh, I wasn't holding Alt. Line that up. And then last mate's on the face. Get rid of this because it's still selected. Put those 2. Okay. Oops, I went out of mate. And I think that's all. I got one more right here. Make sure 4, 4. Good there, 2 there. Okay, I'm missing this one too. It's gonna be a weird face to get into. And then if you want to check any of these, you can go out of mate and just try to, obviously this will still spin, but make sure it doesn't go up and down or over. You can just click on all of those, make sure it's only spinning in those directions. I think we're good. Control 7. Really, we could take these 2 and probably delete them. There's our part.